The OG's at it again.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, it is a podcast with former Heat players Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller. Udonis Haslem found out that one of their guests, one Shams Charania, you know he's an NBA insider, he voted for Rudy Gaubert over Bam Adebayo for Defensive Player of the Year. And you know UD, he's not going to hold his tongue.
I feel like the Miami Heat's not sexy enough. You know, we're a lunch pail hard hat team, chalk wood, carry water. You know what I'm saying? We just not sexy enough. But at the end of the day, you look at the last 4 or 5 years, it's either been us or Boston. You know what I'm saying? That's been right there. Milwaukee got in there, they got one, but it's been us or Boston. But, you know, for me, I think what people don't understand about Bam Adebayo is that not just our defense is spearheaded by him, but our offense as well. You know, we always know how well we're playing by how many shots Duncan Robinson get up, you know, how many shots Caleb Martin get up, how many shots that our other guys get up. And that's all built off the movement of Bam Adebayo. I mean, he's our trigger. Sometimes he plays the point forward for us. So there's so many things that Bam got to process offensively. It's not just throw the ball to Bam and let him go. Secondly, defensively, who the you know that play the five that you can start off on Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum in the game? We started Bam on Jaylen Brown one game and Jason Tatum on another game in the playoffs. Name another 5-man can do that.
I mean, you ain't gonna get one from here, Coach.
See, now what OG don't do is OG don't come with that. OG got facts. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all sitting at home and y'all voting for the Rudy Gobert,
take your glasses off and look at you, brother.
And I like Rudy, but every time he play against the Joker, call the police out.
Oh, hold on now.
Every time he play against the Joker, Rudy got to call the police out.
Joker gonna get the blues.
Yes. What he say? I don't need no help. What Joker told me? I got 46, my friend.
Yeah,
you a goddamn lie. And my mind, and I don't give a damn. I'm never gonna change this. The defensive player of the year should never need help. Should never need help
ever.
You're the defensive player of the year. You got to guard your yard and anybody in your position. You should never need help. So
I agree.
That's just my stance on that.
never needed help. I sat down and guarded.
Telling you, man, I agree with you, D, right there, man. Bam Adebayo is so much more valuable than Rudy Gobert. How does Rudy Gobert keep winning this Defensive Player of the Year so much? Is it just reputation?
Because he's reputation, European, and that's pretty much it. They got to give they want to give the big man some type of award, so it's the big man award would be center. They do have a disrespect for the Miami Heat. LeBron James should have won Defensive Player of the Year one time when he won the MVP and the Finals MVP. They didn't. They gave it to Marcus Gasol, even though Marcus Gasol was All NBA defense second team. So that makes sense for me.
No.
Yeah, he was All NBA defensive second team, yet he won Defensive Player of the Year. Bam's been robbed maybe 2 years, bro. Him and Anthony Davis have a case to make that they are the best two defensive players in the league because they can guard 1 to 5. And Bam may be more so because even though Anthony may be 2 inches taller than him, Bam being 6'8", 6'9" actually works to his advantage against the small, quicker guards where he can get low and defend against them. I agree with the OG, man.
I thought he brought up the best point. Like, Rudy Gobert can't guard everybody. He can only guard certain people, and some of the people he tries to guard, he gets smoked.
Joel Embiid and Jokic, they be cooking him, bro.
Luka Doncic put him on skates and ball game in the playoffs, and with everybody watching. Bam can guard everybody. Now you will get burnt every once in a while. This is the NBA, nonetheless. Bam can cover everybody. Bam does a great job on everybody, and he doesn't get cooked as much as Rudy Gobert. I don't get why Rudy Gobert is always up there. This is the only problem now with Bam, possibly. And Bam has a lot of reasons to be very upset about not winning Defensive Player of the Year because it cost him money. Remember, there is a contract, and if he still wins,
and that's nasty. That's another thing, bro. That's nasty work to put in a contract. You bust your ass. Now you gotta wait on how some fools who just cover the game, how they feel. Because what they usually go by now is the numbers, the stats, WAR or, that type of stuff. And sometimes these awards are, you could tell by the eye test, like, no, that person's defensive player of the year, or that person, but they go by the numbers. So you're doing everything that you're supposed to. You're putting up the numbers, but now you have to wait on a bonus or an award, an accomplishment. You have to wait on the decision of a group of people
who may or may not have an agenda.
who may or may not have an agenda.
And we work in the media, and we know some people have agendas. They have teams they like, players they don't like, teams they don't like. This is the other thing about Bam, and I just want to give Bam kudos. Number one, I think he's a better defender than Rudy Gaubert. I think he is a top defender in the league. I think he's been voted that as a top defender, maybe not the top defender, but he also does it on the other end. Like Udonis Haslem says, he is the engine and the heart of the offense. They run it through him. They run the motion through him. He plays the inside, the outside game, not so much outside as the three-pointers, although he's starting to shoot more threes. He's doing it on both ends. Now, I know Rudy Gaubert is definitely not the heart and soul of the Minnesota Timberwolves offense. In fact, when I say an afterthought, it's rebounds and if he's open near the goal on a dish out or a pass. Like, they don't really run plays for Rudy Gaubert. So he doesn't have all that weighing on him. And still, I think Bam is a better defender. Here's the problem. I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be Defensive Player of the Year next year, and probably Defensive Player of the Year for a couple of years. Maybe not in a row, but here and there, because he really does some fantastic things on defense. He has the go-go gadget arms. He's got the length. He's got the speed. He's already voted. I think he came in second this year. Yeah, it was Rudy Gaubert, Victor Wembanyama, then I think Bam Adebayo in voting. That's the only problem for Bam. Maybe you get this new narrative that Gobert isn't as good as everybody wants him to be. He's been cooked. He got cooked by Luka and Nico and the Joker and some other people. But now you got Victor Wembanyama, who, if he doesn't get hurt, probably isn't going anywhere. But nonetheless, that's got to be tough for Bam that, okay, you have your recency biases or you have your biases, but if I'm a better defender, I need these votes because it impacts my life monetarily.
How is Miami not more sexier than Minneapolis?
Yeah. Well, you got Anthony Edwards and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, they're a lunch pail type team. Yeah, like they don't.
Yeah, but they've been in lunch. Okay, whether they're a lunch pail type team, Miami, the connotation with Miami is spice. It's sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't get that with Minneapolis. It's what they're trying to say is as if the trade. It's like they're trying to justify the trade with the Jazz, that the trade of Rudy Gaubert to Minnesota has caused Minnesota to be a top defensive team. Fine. That's cool.
That's fine. But
to me, Defensive Player of the Year should be an individual award.
Right.
And if you shutting down, if you could do if you do the math and do all the numbers and see when that person's on the court, the impact that they have defensively, you see that it's Bam.
Yeah.
You're guarding 1 to 5, bro. 1 to 5. You're not guarding 2 people. You know, Rudy's only guarding the power forward and mostly the center. Bam's guarding everyone.
Right. Then it's just more versatile and he does a better job at it. And that's the thing. Oh, well, the best defensive player on the best defensive team should get the award. No, that doesn't mean that you individually are a good defender. It just means you're on a good defense. In fact, if you're on a good defense and you're the best defender, you're probably getting some help from some other guys too. And not saying the Heat don't have good defense. They definitely do have a good defense. Bam Adebayo does it all on all levels. And it's just unfair. And I can't wrap my head around how Rudy Gaubert continues to win this award when he doesn't overly impress me as a great defender. And now I do watch him on the defensive end because I want to know why he's so great. And it hasn't impressed me very much.